Our patient is Caitlin Guagenti, a 23-year-old female who is a professional voice user and has been diagnosed with bilateral vocal nodules. She is experiencing vocal fatigue, having a hoarse voice, and has excessive throat clearing. So, Caitlin, today you have been diagnosed with vocal nodules. Do you have any questions about that?
Wow. What are they?
So vocal nodules are hard, rough, like pea size or larger. They can grow on your vocal folds. They're non-cancerous, so that's nothing to worry about. And they can go away with voice therapy and good voice hygiene. And that's why you're here today. I'm going to educate you on some strategies to use.
Okay.
I do understand that you're a professional voice user, so
Yeah,
you're a teacher. So do you find yourself like excessively talking loud or over talking a lot?
Yeah, well, because I have a big class, so I talk loud so I can reach all of them a lot, and I'm doing that pretty much all day.
Yeah. So the strategies that we're going to go over 2 strategies today that could help you reduce those vocal nodules, and then once we work with these strategies and have more therapy appointments, then we can take a look and see if they've gone down.
So will I need surgery?
If they grow bigger, then you may need surgery, but if you take the proper vocal hygiene and these voice exercises, they can go away up by themselves.
Okay, sounds good.
So one strategy I want us to work on today, and I want you to work on after, is just being mindful of your voice when you're using it and being in the moment. So one thing that you can do before and after school is a mindfulness stretching activity that we're going to go through. And then something throughout the day is, obviously you can't do that when you're teaching, but just being mindful if you're talking too loud or if you're having vocal fatigue, then maybe like having your students work in groups and not talk over them. So we'll start with the mindfulness activity. So I want you to get into a comfortable seat and position in that seat and just close your eyes. And then I want you to be aware of all the tense places inside your body and outside your body. Breathe easy and naturally. And then I want you to bring attention to the tight spots on the outside of your body. So on your face, on your arms, on your legs, on your neck. Once you have identified those spots, I want you to focus in on one spot on your body. And then breathe in and out, reducing the tension in that area and being mindful of those muscles. Great. I love how you're breathing in and out, reducing the tension. Now, Caitlin, I want you to pay attention to the body, the tight spots on the inside of your body, such as areas inside your throat, inside your chest, or even on the tongue. And then once again, focus in on one spot at a time. Easy breathe and reduce the tension, relaxing all the way out. Inhaling and exhaling. You're doing great. Now I just want you to breathe in and out for an extended period of time to keep reducing the tension inside those places. Great. 3 more breaths. All right, Caitlin, you did great. I want you to try to do this before you go to work and after you come home from work. It'll give you some time to decompress and let your muscles. So if you're feeling stressed about what's going to happen at school and you're teaching, or if your kids are going to be misbehaving, or after, if it's been a rough day, this will give you time to just take some time for yourself, being mindful of those tension areas and reduce. The other strategy that is going to directly be associated with your vocal nodules that we're going to work on is hygienic low impact voicing. I know that's a lot of big words, but I'll explain to you. This strategy will have you have an easier or softer onset to your voice, so it won't be as hard or as rough. So the problem is your vocal folds, when they're moving and voicing, they're colliding faster and harder, and that's what's creating those nodules on your voice. So this will give your voice more of like a breathy tone, and it won't be as hard of a collision on your vocal folds.
Okay.
This will reduce the tension, and reduce the tension in your vocal folds, so hopefully those vocal nodules will reduce.
Okay.
So I'll begin with this. I will provide you with directions for both of these strategies so that you can work on it. Okay, so we're going to start by just gently stretching the neck. So side to side, around, arch your back, stretch your back, use your arms, your chest, and then your jaw. So you can even massage your jaw and stretch it out. Great. So I want you to start out with a low volume. So, and with a slightly breathy vocal quality. So, make your like voice it's not a whisper, but just like let air escape in those vocal folds, like So it's an easier onset. So you're kind of gliding into your words. So like instead of alligator, it's like alligator, and it's it's a slower onset. I want you to take a big yawn, and then I want you to put your hand in front of your mouth so that you can feel that hot air coming out. So like, and if you feel the air coming out, that means it's not getting, those vocal folds are not, like, they're not vibrating as hard if you can feel more air coming out. So then the next step is I want you to pucker your lips and blow air out without making your vocal folds vibrate, so there's no sound escaping. And then I want you to buzz your lip or your tongue like you're giving a raspberry, or just humming like with a low tone. And then I want you to repeat blah, blah, blah as you're coming off of a sigh. So I'll do it first. So blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, nice and easy. And then we're going to get into speech. So we'll just work on single words for now. And then once we get more into therapy, then we can work on sentences and stuff with this breathy and light onset. So we can say, like, instead of saying, like, hello to people, we can say, hello. Hello. Or hi. Hi. Or goodbye. Goodbye. So those are kind of harder because their voice sounds, but we're just letting air escape and we're not letting those vocal folds touch to reduce the collision of those nodules. So those two strategies, so the mindfulness strategies I want you to work on before and after, and then just being mindful during the day of what you're doing. If you're over talking, when you're experiencing those moments of vocal fatigue, to like maybe take a break. Mm-hmm. And then the strategy we just went over, the low impact voicing, I just want you to try to remember that, to start off with that when you're talking, when you're teaching, and even if your kids can't hear you, maybe wear one of those microphones if your school has one of those. They do. So then this will be easier with them to hear you since you have a big class. So just a few tips to take home is to minimize your voice use and only speak when necessary. I know that's hard as a teacher, but maybe before.
I live alone,
so before school, you don't have to talk to anybody. After school, you're good. Remain loose and relaxed. So those mindfulness, like get yourself loose for the day, and then at the end, relax so you can go to yoga. You can do yoga. And then this will reduce tension everywhere in your body and not just your vocal folds, so to help all. And then keep your volume low. I know you're a teacher, but like I said, wear that microphone and it'll extend your voice. Instead of you using your voice, that'll amplify it instead. Oh. Any questions?
Oh, that all sounds
okay. Good. I'll see you again in 2 weeks and just practice those.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Thank you.